Good evening. Please remain standing while Uwharrie Ridge 612's Clarinet Quintet plays our national anthem. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. They keep getting better. Every time I hear them play, they keep getting better. Thank you. Good evening. To start the evening, I would like to say that I'm very honored to be here to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2024. They have worked hard to be here tonight, and we're very proud of them. Now I would like to thank Pastor Randy Kelly and his staff here at Journey Church for offering us this beautiful venue to host this exciting night. Thank you so much to all the staff members of Journey Church and Pastor Randy Kelly. Every time we need a venue or something, you guys have always been amazing, so I just want to say thank you for that. Now I would like to take a moment to introduce our special guest seating on stage tonight, Mr. Tracy Bowles, member of the Randolph County School Board, Ms. Tammy Legier, Interim Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Marty Trotter, Finance Officer of Randolph County School System, Ms. Valerie Stover, Uwharrie Ridge 612 Teacher of the Year, and Ms. Ashley Bullington, Assistant Principal of Uwharrie Ridge 612. Thank you, special guests, for being here. It is now my pleasure to introduce the top two students of the graduating class. These two young ladies have worked hard, and we know they will continue, and we know that they will continue to see successes after high school. First, I would like to introduce our salutatorian, Miss Angel Cheyenne Wright. Cheyenne enjoys reading and gardening and has a love for shopping. After high school, she plans to pursue a career in nursing so that she can give back to those who really need it.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here, not only tonight, but for the last 4 years. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you and recognize some important people. First, thank you to both of our principals for doing their best to keep everything under control. I know we have not made that easy. Next, I want to say thank you to our office staff, custodians, lunch ladies, bus drivers, and especially our educators. Thank you for every piece of advice, every clean hallway, every meal, and most importantly, our education. We would not be here if it wasn't for every individual that helps keep our school intact. I would also like to thank all the parents for your support during this time. The work you have put in to help us be the best versions of ourselves does not go unnoticed. Looks like everyone's getting a shout out tonight because I want to personally thank my own family for always supporting me and sacrificing so much so that I can be up here, and to my little sister who has heard this speech a million times. I would also like to thank the Rich family for their continued support over the last year of my life. Lastly, as someone who is strong in their faith, I would like to give thanks to God. Without him, none of this would be possible. I would also like to thank him, especially tonight, for the creation of Andrew Sutherland, the founder of Quizlet, a site that contributed to all of our diplomas. Now, I would like to mention how happy and proud I am to be graduating with the Uwharrie Ridge class of 2024. Whether we've been together since elementary school and thought that this day was so far away, or we just met in high school and talked about how we couldn't wait to start our lives, you have all given me something to look back on. As you know, the start to our high school experience was far from typical. Being a COVID class meant that we started these 4 years teaching ourselves. Could you tell? Doing school over videos, online courses, and only being in the classroom 2 days a week showed us that life is not going to always deal us the hand we want or expect. With every test for school came a million more COVID tests and questions every morning asking if I had a headache. I am proud to say that as 14 and 15-year-olds, we got through it. Do you remember what I just said about life not always dealing us a good hand? Sometimes we get the wild card that says global pandemic, which I didn't even know that one was an option. Needless to say, we made it and gained a story to tell. Starting today, we leave the structure we have known and navigate life for ourselves. It is inevitable and completely unavoidable that we will wipe out and fall in our faces. There are going to be times where you don't know what choice to make or which path to travel down. I'm personally not one to give unsolicited advice, but I do have a microphone, so I'm here to tell you that with every loss we may face, there is a step being taken. In other words, for every trying season in life, there is something to attain. This could be an experience, an example of what you should do, an example of what you probably shouldn't do. You could gain a friend, a new relationship, an amazing opportunity. Or, if it gets bad enough, you can have the knowledge of every single ice cream flavor and sad movie combo. A piece of guidance that I can give you to get over these situations comes from a song by none other than, if you know me, you guessed it, Taylor Swift. Breathe in, breathe through, breathe deep, breathe out. For those of you who didn't know, I am going to school for nursing, so I know how breathing works. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that it is okay to fail and make mistakes. It's unavoidable and out of your control. What is in your control is how you choose to react and respond. I'm a believer that to be able to get over something, you have to let yourself feel what you need to first. However, I encourage you to always keep your head up and stay positive. Every time that life gets dark, always remember the sun will rise again. If you ever find yourself so defeated that you simply cannot look forward, look back. Over these last 4 years, we have made many memories that we can find the good in. These memories could include the time you got accepted into your dream school. Go Heels, by the way. This could be the time you successfully started your own business. That one instance where someone took your tailgate, or the other where someone took your steering wheel and ran around school with it. Or this could even be when you decided to join your friends in all getting a job at Lowe's Foods. Memories like these show that there is always something positive to find. Tonight, when we are finished here, we are left to our own devices. Please make good choices. I hope that you are able to overcome whatever life may throw your way, because again, everything you lose is a step you take. I wish nothing but the best for all of you moving forward, and I trust that you can remain optimistic and keep moving when facing obstacles. Lastly, I hope that you hold on to all of our memories, because again, in the wise words of Taylor Swift, they will hold on to you. Congratulations, Uwharrie Ridge, class of 2024. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I would like to introduce our valedictorian, Marissa Francisco. Go ahead, clap for Marissa, please. That's right. You got it, so you deserve it. Thank you. Marissa enjoys spending time with her family, friends, and enjoys playing pool. After high school, she plans to attend North Carolina State to major in genetics. Come on up, Marissa.
I'm sure I can speak for all of my graduating class when I say that I've waited and waited for this day for what feels like forever. For almost the entirety of my life, I have continuously wished that the future would just happen already and that I would walk this stage and pick up my diploma without having to look back and think twice about it. Then senior year started, and I realized that I wasn't ready for it to end. Every day went by, and everyone around me would talk about how close they are to graduating or how many weeks we have left, and I just wanted everyone to stop wishing time away. Everything was hitting me so fast, and I was starting to think that I've been here for 6 years with the same people trying to achieve the same goal. That is around 1,110 days and about 6,150 hours of my life that I've spent at Uwharrie Ridge. All of this time allowed me to become comfortable with where I'm at and made me grow to learn that this graduating class is my people. Some I've known since I was 5, others I've known since 12, and then a few since 15. Even if I haven't spoken to some of these people in a year or more, every day I would wake up feeling comfortable knowing that I'd be with my crowd, the same friends, and the same acquaintances. I'm not going to lie to you. Even though I am up here today and speaking to all of you and about to walk this stage and receive my diploma, I'm so far from ready. I'm not prepared to leave behind every little thing that has stuck with us for years. Walking into Miss Neal's class knowing that Ralph would get in trouble within the first 10 minutes for talking, or sitting in class and hearing Ethan Long's endless amount of puns, Peyton always watching college football in every class, and Caleb Cole talking about why you should get a Toyota Tacoma, Lila drawing really good sketches, Zane Wagner and Nate whipping it into the school parking lot every morning, and Cheyenne talking about the latest news on Taylor Swift. We have all come a long way from the beginning of our school careers to now, and these little moments that we experienced are what we will hold on to about each other, remembering the small but sentimental moments that every person has to offer. This in itself has made my time here at the Ridge, as some would say, time well spent. When I attended our baccalaureate service a while back, a man who was on stage up at the podium stated, "Time is your life, time is short, so don't waste any of it." We have put a lot of our time and effort into school, allowing it to teach us many valuable lessons, and though some of you may look at it as a waste of time, we've grown to learn a handful of things, give or take, that without school we would never be able to truly understand. We were taught friendship, community, understanding, dedication, discipline, some of us more than others, and the highs to the lows with everything in between. We are here today because of how far we have come and how hard we work to learn the skills that school has set in place for us for almost our entire lives. We will leave today knowing that no matter what, we built a backbone for ourselves and for the people around us, creating memories that we will tell for years to come and bonds that only we will truly understand. So, with all of that being said, don't take the time that we have for granted and make the most out of the little things, because one day when we get to look back on life, those little things are what we are going to remember that we were only allowed to hold on to in that moment. Thank you so much, class of 2024, for making high school worth remembering.
Thank you, Marissa and Cheyenne. You did a great job. I know backstage we were just talking, and I looked at them. I was like, "Are you guys nervous?" But yes, very nervous. I was like, "Well, I am too. One of them said, I I think they read their speech 28 times. Well, the 29th time was perfect. Thank you. Okay. Also want to thank the performers again for playing the national anthem. Every time you guys play, it's amazing. You are so talented. The arts are so important. And just thank you so much for being so well-rounded and always putting on a great performance. So I really mean that from the bottom of my heart, okay? Thank you. And I also would like to thank my wife, Nikki, who supports me. She's out here. She's not missed one of these. Thank you, and I love you. All right, before we begin the presentation of diplomas, parents, we ask that you stand as your son or daughter's name is announced. We do ask that all in attendance refrain from noise-making devices or loud noises that would prevent parents and other guests from hearing the graduate's name called. The students' names will be called by our assistant principal, Miss Ashley Bullington. Graduates, at this time, please stand.
Noah Scott Beck. Anthony Matthew Carbone. Kayla Renee Cates. Caleb Beckett Cecil. Caleb Ryan Cole. Peyton Davis Connor. Haley Jade Davis. Nathan Wayne Foley. Marissa Jade Francisco. Jenna Marie Frazier. Ricky Dean Freeman. Gabriel Gray George.
Jordan Lynn Hensley. Madison Starr Hill. Desiree Beth Johnson. Taylor Sky Johnson. Zane Keith. Jacob Lee King. Ethan Gabriel Long. Ralph Watley Malone. Sarah E. Martinez Lopez. Emily Noel McDowell. Bryson Alexander Montgomery. Matthew Bowden Myers. David Allen Nelson. Aiden Riley Parker. Lila Logan Parrish. Gavin Connor Rich. Boston Luke Shelton. Jackson Wayne Tysinger. Zane David Wagner. Levi Tyler Walton. Angel Cheyenne Wright. Everyone, please stand at this time for the playing of our alma mater, recorded by our Honors Vocal Ensemble. The lyrics can be found on the back of your program. Everyone, please be seated.
Thank you. By the way, our students recorded that, and I think that sounds great. The students this year recorded that, so thank you. And before I get started, golf anyone? Golf anyone? So that was probably Gavin's idea. I think it just leaked out that it was Gavin's idea. Thank you, thank you. Before I get started, when I was figuring out what y'all were doing, I was like, okay. Like if I think about the instant when I dealt with that kid doing that or that kid doing that, I can probably get another 10 or 15, 20 yards on my drive. So again, thank you. No, seriously, thank you. We've had a great time together. Like I said backstage, I think I know you guys. Well, I know you guys better than any graduating class that I've been a part of. And I've been a part of all 4 of them here at Uwharrie Ridge 612. So very fortunate. But again, gestures like that, it's a two-way street. Love's a two-way street. Thank you. All right. Here we go. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge that this graduating class is very well-rounded. Many are planning on attending college and many are entering the workforce. As the 4th graduating class, you have set high standards for other classes to follow. I do want to mention that this graduating class has received over $749,000 in scholarship money. That might be a small class, but that's a mighty number. So thank you. Tonight is a special night. You are the 4th graduating class of Uwharrie Ridge 612. Unlike most traditional schools, you had a choice to where you wanted to graduate high school from, and you chose Uwharrie Ridge 612. Many of you have spent 7 years on our campus. 7 long years. Just kidding. Some of you left for a year or so and realized the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and you came back, and our staff, we accepted you with open arms. I hope that you feel that way because that's what we do at Uwharrie Ridge 612. I want you to know that on behalf of my staff, we admire you for making that choice and more importantly, accomplishing this goal. I admire your parents for allowing you to make that choice and supporting you along the way. I encourage you as you go through life when new, exciting opportunities are presented to you to keep trying your very best. Always try your very best. Be kind to others. Students, reach for the stars, dream big, make good decisions. If you do so, you have a very good chance of being successful and going far in life. Students, never forget where you came from, your family, your friends, your faith, because you will do great things. If you've paid attention to any of these 4 graduating ceremonies that I've been a part of, I always give a Billy Graham quote because I just like Billy Graham. I think he was a good man. Reverend Billy Graham once quoted, "When wealth is lost, nothing is lost. When health is lost, something is lost. When character is lost, everything is lost." Class of 2024, go out and make a positive difference and light up this world. Now for the moment that you've been waiting for, class of 2024, please stand. You guys ready? All right. Now, by the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina, the Randolph County School System Board of Education, and the superintendent of the Randolph County School System, I declare you graduates of Uwharrie Ridge 612. Please turn your tassels from right to left. Junior marshals, if you would take your places. Guests, please stand but remain at your seat until all graduates have left this area. Graduates, may God bless you in all your future endeavors. Farewell. Thank you. I want to thank you for coming out tonight. Please, we'll meet out in the foyer with your child. They'll be picking up their diplomas. You don't have to rush off. But again, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank that staff right there because they deserve a round of applause also. You guys are awesome. And everyone in attendance tonight, thank you. Thank you for thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you guys. Farewell.